All right, welcome to General Safety Part 2. Making a video in hopes to help some of you that are struggling on passing the safety test. If you're struggling and you failed the test multiple times, you need to watch this video. And you need to watch it in its entirety. Don't just scrub through it looking for just any one piece of information. Watch the entire video. So, with that being said, let's start with General Safety Part 2. Keep your workbenches clean and organized. Don't let things pile up on them. Keep them cleaned off. When we start getting a whole bunch of stuff on our desks, our workspaces, it makes it hard to work. It makes it hard to find things. Just put things away. Keep it clean. Everything will be cool. Always use a hand brush or a rag to clean up sawdust or scraps. Never use these. When you use your hands, you're putting a risk of getting splinters into them, cutting them. There could be utility knives in there, razor blades in there, drill bits in there, staples, just wood splinters. And, you know, when you hurt your hand, it makes it difficult to do your schoolwork and stuff. Number 3, use the correct tool for the job. When you need a screwdriver, use a screwdriver. When you need a pry bar, use a pry bar. Don't use a screwdriver as a pry bar. When you're working with metrics, use metric sockets. When you're working with standard size bolts, use a standard socket. Don't mix them up. They are not the same size. I know some people will tell you that a 1/2 inch and a 13 millimeter are exactly the same. No, they're not. They're just a little bit different. Use the right tool. 4, carry the pointed or sharp, let's just start that from the top. Carry pointed and sharp tools pointed at the floor. Okay? Don't carry them pointing straight out or pointing up. When you're walking along, if they're pointing straight out and you bump into somebody, you can poke them. You could stab them. Make sure they're always pointed at the floor. Every tool has a handle. Carry it by the handle. Use it by the handle. A screwdriver has one handle. A circular saw has 2 handles. Use them. They're there for a purpose. They're there for you to control that tool. We're now down to number 5. When you're finished with a tool, put it back in its proper storage space. Take it back where you got it. Put it back in the toolbox. No, don't throw it in the top of the toolbox. Put it in the drawer. Put it where it belongs. If it came out of the black toolbox, put it back in the black toolbox. If it came out of the blue toolbox, put it back in the blue toolbox. All right? The blue toolbox is in the storeroom. I have access to it, but occasionally I'll let you get a tool out of it if need be. Put it back where it belongs in its proper storage. Number 7, if you're carrying large or heavy materials, get someone to help you. Guys, I know you think you're He-Man. Guess what? You're human. You lift things wrong, you're going to hurt. Get some help. It's not being a pain or a wimp. It's called being smart. Saving your back. All right? Which leads us into the next one. Lift with your legs. Never with your back. Don't bend over and pick something up. I guarantee you, you will eventually hurt your back. And when you have back pains, it makes your body hurt everywhere. Number 8. Be sure your hands are dry and that you're standing on a dry floor when you're working with electrical tools. Electricity and water doesn't mix, right? We've all had a little shock. It hurts. Wait until you get hit with 15 amps. It's going to knock you down on the floor. Make sure everything's dry. The next thing, number 10, check the condition of the cord. Don't just assume the cord is good. Take a moment and look at it. See if it's got any nicks, cuts, frays in it. If anything is damaged, don't use that tool. It's another source of electrical shock. Again, if you've been shocked, you know what I'm talking about. While we're talking about these, when you unplug it from the wall, grab them by the plug and unplug it from the outlet. Never grab by the cord and just yank. You can vanish the plug here You can cause a short internally in the wire. You can actually pull the outlet completely out of the wall. Any of those is not going to make you have a nice day. Pull the plug. Number 12. I want you to listen to this one, and I want you to listen to this one very well. You will use all the guards. You will use all the safety devices on the power equipment. You do not have permission to take the guards off. If any project requires that the guards be removed, I will do the job, not you. I'm not going to put you at risk. What's the rule? Never remove the guards. Number 13, disconnect the power from the equipment anytime you want to make major changes or adjustments. Anytime you need to, move the drill bit in the drill press, shut it off, let it come to a complete stop, move it, lock it back down, turn it back on, go about your business. Anytime you need to change the blade in the bandsaw, make sure that the machine is turned off. Don't do any adjustments on any machine with it turned off, period. Do that at any time. Leave the machine until it is off. When you're done using a machine, turn it off. Stand there. Yeah, you're going to have to wait a few seconds. But guess what? It's worth your time. Let the machine come to a complete stop, clean the work area up, then leave. Don't ever leave with the machine still moving. I don't care if the power is turned off, if that spindle is moving, or that bandsaw is still moving, or the lathe is still turning, you have to stay there, regardless of what's going on. 16 relates back to number 15. When you approach a machine, make sure the person that used it before you shut it off. Make sure that they did not leave too quickly. If that machine is still moving, you stand back and you let it come to a stop. Then you approach it. If you walk up to a machine and throw your project down on the machine and that drill blade is still spinning, it can cut you. And it can cut you bad enough to cause me to have to take you to the emergency room. Wait until it's done. 17. Respect work zones. Most shops have these black and yellow stripes painted on the floor. Only the person using the machine is allowed inside that area. We don't have that laid out on the floor here. What we do for our work zone is you put your hands straight out. Everything inside of your arm, that is your work zone. If somebody else is there, they're too close. They have to back up. I'm the only one allowed to step inside that work zone because I have to be able to show you different procedures, different techniques to get your job done. But nobody else is allowed inside your work zone. Stay out of their work zone. 18. Concentrate on what you're doing. Give it your full attention. I know there's days we all have bad days. We have off days. We got other things on our mind. But when you're working with tools, you're working with a razor blade, a handsaw, a drill, you've got to pay attention to it. That is your focus right there. If you can't do that, you need to step away from the project until you can. Understood? 19. Work at a safe speed. You know, some people can work pretty fast and be very comfortable doing it. They have years of experience doing that job. You don't. Take your time, do it correctly, make sure you do it safely, and everything will be great. Getting done first in this class doesn't get you any rewards. Slow down. Do it right. Do it correct. And the last one. Don't fool around in the shop. Running, playing, joking around. Those are all times that when somebody gets hurt. When you start horsing around, somebody will wind up getting hurt. I just don't put up with it. I don't tolerate it. I never will tolerate it. Catch you horsing around, I'll shut you down. And you'll have to redo the safety test. All 20 questions. All right. Now, that is part 2 of general safety. The test is active on the server when you're ready to use it. Now, I do have a copy of the written notes at my desk. just step up here if you need it, and you can pick a copy up, and you can read through them from there as well. All right, if you have any questions, come up here, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. All right? Good luck, and pass the test the first time through with a 100%.